Hi Taurus, welcome to your general love reading. If you come across this at any other time, don't pay attention. It's meant to come across your path when it does. If you do want a personal reading, go down below, follow the link. Everything you need to know to book a personal reading with me is down there, as well as my other social media. If you're here to watch a reading for a Taurus, you're more than welcome as a cross watcher. For all parties involved, please only take what resonates. Alright. Taurus, I felt the need to do your reading today specifically with a couple other readings because I do a few a day. I saw a video this morning of a bull, and I really understood from this video what it means to be a bull in a china shop. Those creatures might be rough, tough, might be able to gorge somebody, but they're very nimble. They're very graceful. That means they can walk through a china shop with all these really fragile pieces that could break and shatter and walk around as this big, bad, bold, angry, aggressive animal and break nothing. If you feel anger, Taurus, anger is grief, sometimes transmuted. Sometimes we transmute grief into anger. I just want you to know that and remember that if you do feel a surge of aggressiveness or anger, anger is grief and fear. Justice, Libra energy. I feel like for some of you Tauruses, you've had some type of false impression painted about you. Because I just keep getting called to that video earlier. Like, no, like bulls are actually graceful creatures. They're nimble. They're light on their feet. They're like ballerinas. That's who you are. You might have a different exterior, Taurus. You might have a harder exterior and a more softer, sensitive inside. I feel like justice is coming to you in regards to your character and who you are and who people see you as. I heard a false facade. And honestly, Taurus, sometimes we do this to ourselves. Sometimes we do put on some type of energy or a face or, just present ourselves in a way that people portray it in an ingenuous way. They don't see us for who we truly are. And sometimes that's our own fault. And that might be a situation that's taking place here because there is a reflection, like a Mulan moment. Have you seen Mulan, the animated version? But looking at your reflection here, for some of y'all Tauruses, some of you guys are realizing you are the problem. For some people connected to you, Taurus, they're realizing they are the problem. Self-awareness is happening. That's going to bring justice to a situation. The self-realization of maybe my hand was in the cookie jar in this. The moon, Pisces energy. We have two major arcanas going on in your reading here. Libra and Pisces might have that in that chart, and that chart in your chart might be dealing with that energy, might be dealing with a person of that zodiac sign. But this is going to take place privately. This balancing is going to take place privately. This person is reflecting in private. This person may be going through a little bit of a depression or the dark night of the soul in regards to self-awareness, self-acceptance, and really looking at themselves in the mirror. I'm hearing that song by Michael Jackson, I'm starting with The Man in the Mirror. I feel like some of you guys have heard that on the radio or have heard that at a party or have just really vibed with that song. That might be a message for you. I'm sorry if this is triggering for you, Taurus, if this is you I'm talking to, because it could be the cross watcher, right? Only take what resonates. But someone is doing some reflecting here. They're diving deep, seeing why they have the patterns they do, or why do I keep running into these same individuals? Why do I keep dealing with these dang women? I heard these dang women. Dang women. I was gonna say, why do I keep having to deal with the same women, the same men? Like, why are these people all the same? What is it in me that is attracted to that pattern in them? I feel like for some of you guys, this is very deep, soul searching energy, deep reflection. And some of you guys there's justice or balance going on between you and a Pisces. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy, really strong in your Taurus reading. The Hanged Man is a pause, it is a break, it is a forced one. Is it a spiritual reflection? Again, There's a lot of reflecting taking place here, looking at the man or woman in the mirror and what one has done to create circumstances, situations, the repetitive cycles in their life. What role have I played? Someone is seeing their wrongdoings, or someone is seeing that they're not innocent, or they're not a victim. Someone might have had a victim mentality. They're coming out of that through self-reflection. Ooh, my gosh, I heard self-identity. Going through a soul search to self-identity, which, requires us releasing the onion layers of who we were, the religion we grew up in, the parents we had, and the nurturing repetitive cycles they instilled in us that their parents had. Sometimes those are generational woundings, right? Sometimes our parents, the way they parent us wasn't that healthy, and in turn we have to stop the cycle with us. Some of you guys are going through that process where you're generational cycle breakers, you're trauma breakers, and that takes a lot of reflection. And we do possess those same negative traits that our family has, and that's what makes it a trauma breaker, because we heal that within us and it stops with us. It doesn't mean we aren't that, because we were created to be that by the people that nurtured us. That's an important part of breaking cycles, is realizing that if your parents are a certain way, there's an aspect of you that has the ability to also be that way. Nurture versus nature. And a lot of generational curses and trauma and wounding is that nature and nurture. It becomes one's nature through generations of nurture. If you're breaking those cycles, you're gonna go through a lot of dark ass shit. You're gonna go through a lot of negative times, because you're gonna be purging parts of you. You're gonna have to leave people behind, cut contacts with people, cut contacts with parts of you you've always had and felt comfortable with, including, beliefs and patterns. That takes a lot. It takes a lot. I heard the dark side of the moon. I don't know if I have some Mulan fans out there, but this is Mulan-y vibe. Dark side of the moon. But again, some of you guys are purging some things you've gone through. If you've gone through a traumatic experience, some of you guys are actually healing from that. Part of that could be actual legal justice or karmic justice of you going through, I heard physical therapy. If you had like a car accident or some type of accident, because I'm also getting on the job accident, like something with like what are those, like cranes, like something malfunctioning mechanically. Workman's comp energy is what I'm getting from that. It's also going to put you in a state of reflection. Sometimes when we go through traumatic experiences, including injuries, we are hit with spiritual awakenings, self-reflection, a lot of alone time. Taurus. This looks like Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Cups at the bottom. Water sign energy. You could have water sign energy in your chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be dealing with a water sign. You could have been involved with a water sign, and now you guys are separating, going different ways. You could have invested in something together, a house, a lease, an apartment, a business. You guys could have bought things together, cars, vehicles, RVs. You guys are figuring that out. It hasn't been the easiest time. It's been a time of self-reflection, but I think it's bettering an individual here. Just go about this with kindness and compassion. This is an interesting reading because, again, just like the Pisces reading that I just did, and there's lots of Pisces energy here, there's a lot of just self-reflection. Just doesn't feel like a connection to a whole lot of other individuals, especially romantically. But we'll pull. I'm going to pull from a totally different deck. For anyone connected to Taurus. But Taurus, also, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you guys are going through some type of spiritual upgrade where you're feeling more empathic. Queen of Cups. You're feeling other people's emotions, or you're feeling other people's thoughts, or just able to anticipate certain things, or you're becoming highly intuitive. Moon card, Hanged Man. If you guys went through something physically, it could have also just kicked you into a spiritual awakening. It's very much typically a solo journey. What do we have as anyone connecting to Taurus? Oh my gosh. Aries, Emperor energy. Some very big masculine energy. So this energy that you're connecting to feels familial. It doesn't feel romantic. It does feel like a love connection, but it feels like it's family in some way. They're waiting to hear from you. Yeah. They're waiting to hear from you. You don't talk to them very much. You don't connect to them very much. They just wait to hear from you. They don't reach out themselves, but it doesn't feel like you reach out very much either because they do wait. Virgo energy, Aries energy might have that in their chart. Might be one of those signs, sun signs. But it feels like whatever you're going through, you just don't have the time, space, and capacity to deal with this. If this is your boss, someone that's in charge of you at work or oversees you at work, they see a difference or a change in you, you've kind of pulled back, you've withdrawn, but you are going through something. They don't feel like you're the same, and they do feel a little bit of a loss about that, but they're kind of just waiting for you to come to them, but they don't get why you're not coming to them. Interesting. It is someone who's recognizing that you've pulled back, you have withdrawn, but you are going through something, and it feels like you're going through growth. And it feels like it's meant to happen, meant to take place. Or a Libra kicked you into that. But there is somebody on the sidelines that has some type of, I heard mantra, that has some type of masculine energy, a high masculine energy. Again, a boss figure, someone in your life, a masculine energy, does see that there's been a change within you, but they're just waiting for you to come to them. Waiting to hear from you. Let you come to them energy. Okay. Anything else for this reading for Taurus? Cancer. It might be a Cancer you're dealing with, but it does look like, Taurus, you're going to be able to overcome any obstacles that are presented in your way. Even if it's mental health. Even if you're going through depression or going through grief, part of us leaving behind our childhood or leaving behind things that hurt us is grieving ourselves in that moment. And that takes us feeling that moment again or looking at ourselves in that moment again. Or even if we allowed ourselves to be in that moment or put ourselves in that moment, that's the worst. Putting ourselves in that moment and grieving that's hard. It's extremely hard. You're going to be able to overcome that. You will. You're going to be able to overcome whatever it may be. And this person, you don't need them to do that. They might be waiting for you to ask for assistance. But I don't see you doing that. That might also be why they kind of feel left out if this is someone that you're connected to, because this could be your husband or your wife, someone of masculine energy that you're highly connected to or committed to. All right, let's grab an animal oracle for Taurus. We have the Falcon. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without evocation. So let's see what the Falcon has to say. Providence is on your side, and the opportunity that has been presented to you is congruent with your soul's purpose. Even if you don't feel fully prepared or have doubts in your ability to manage the complexities that are inherent in tackling this venture, dive in anyway. You'll be pleasantly surprised by the support that will come to you in unexpected ways. All it takes is the willingness on your part to continue on a steady course wholeheartedly while at the same time being open to changes in the direction that the winds are blowing. It's important to stay focused on the goal that's ahead of you while also remaining mindful of the purpose of your mission. Commit to your mission 100% and fulfill that commitment to the best of your ability. This is a time for analysis, introspection, or retreat, but a time for action. As you respond to the opportunity that's before you, be willing to adjust your course of action as the need dictates, while at the same time moving steadily toward your goal. You can deal with whatever concerns come up without being distracted by them and without staying or straying away from the path you're on. There's associations with this card, Taurus. Focus, speed, agility, gracefulness, observation, vitality, enthusiasm, precision, adventurousness, passion, opportunity, perceptiveness, and fluidity. I'll leave that there, Taurus. If you do want a personal love reading, go down below, file the link in the description box. Everything you know to book one is there, and I love y'all. I wish you the very best.